We applied for this NKJ Nordic Network because we were a few partners that knew each other from the meat science area, and we tried to reach out to each other and see who we know in the area, because we had started a few activities on cultured meat, and they also had started a few activities on cultured meat in Norway. And then we assembled also partners from Finland that work from Helsinki University. And then we broadened it out. So we also included like a philosopher from Bergen University, and the consumer relations that they're working on in Wallis. We also started out with a few companies, but the focus was to just connect the dots within the Nordic countries on cultured meat. And I think we succeeded in that. And we have had also other scientific environments contacting us on the basis of this. And also definitely at the Aarhus University, I know we've got access to a partner that has funded one of our big projects. We started our network activities by identifying that the biggest need in the Scandinavian countries was to go and try and get stakeholders on board. And in order to do that, we established an online, it was during Corona, so we established an online workshop. We had 200 participants over a 2-day period. The first day, we had presenters from the network and also an active facilitator on each topic, and that was for just setting the scene on where are we technically, scientifically. And on day 2, we had more around legislation and safety and things like that, sort of more the structure around it. So the second year we had the network, and we repeated that again the year after, because there was so much request on doing an extra one. On the back of that, we actually got a lot of both representatives from companies, but also from research institutions contacting us to look for collaborations or just see what's going on, keep us in mind if you're having more activities. So that was quite profitable for us. Another concrete example of outcome of this network was that we had a discussion that if it would be possible that we could put things together from different projects we had and making a common application. And there was a partner from Norway, from Wallis, that had a survey. There was 2 other members of the network that could draw on that activity. So we actually got the same type of survey in 3 different countries, that also Sweden and Denmark came in. So that made it possible to do an application that could tell something about consumers in 3 countries as opposed to 1 country. So that was a good example of how we actually use this network to expand and to make 2 and 2 be 5. Then, as Corona was losing its grip on the Scandinavian countries, we managed to have a physical meeting at Aarhus University's conference site in South Jutland, Sandbjerg, and that was really nice. We all enjoyed being there physically together, talking about a lot of technical issues with the cultured meat, presenting for each other, and getting good idea of how we could discuss it, how we could bring it further. And we have taken each other in on various application activities, and we are also pursuing the option of making another network, but a network that would be expand a little bit broader than cultured meat, where we will go for cellular food as the project both in Norway and the one we've got at Aarhus University are on cellular food, so that we would like to expand it to be also the apart from cultured meat, also cover cultured milk and also the precision fermentation, where we've got other partners from the Scandinavian countries or from the Nordic countries we would like to include into that broader network. But we have a very, very good base on this NKJ network on cultured meat Nordic take. I think the Nordics have been important in relation to the Nordics being countries where we often have a similar consumer relation. We have a population they're not that afraid of new things, but they also want quite being reassured that what they eat is not toxic, is not GMO. There's a lot of things that they are concerned about. And also we realize that none of the countries have legislation in the area, and we think our countries are maybe more aligned on the legislation part than we may be on together with other parts of the world, and maybe also even the rest of Europe. We will start a conference, probably one per year, the next 3 or 4 years, that will be focusing on the Nordics, and that is based on this starting out at the starting point of this NKJ network. From a personal point of view, it's definitely helped kicking off the interest in the area. It has helped me, our research group, being very visible. So we are now recognized as the place in Denmark where this activity has started, and presently one of the only, or the only area where we have a group working on this. So it's definitely been benefit for me and for the group that people are contacting us in relation to go and talk about it, and also in relation to making contacts for further applications in the area, and we've actually also attracted funding on that on the back of that. So it's definitely helped a lot to kick off this area in my group at the university. We finalized the network now, so there's no formal network, but of course, since we've been in the network together, we still pick up the phone. We still are very much aware of each other's presence in the different areas. So we would still try and draw each other in on activities, but we also very much like to establish a new network, because having a frame actually make it much more active and sort of committing.